Immigration Minister Mark Miller announced that Canada will set an intake cap on international study permit applications to stabilize new growth for a period of 2 years. Now, the cap on study permits is intended as a temporary measure, while the federal government sets up a recognized institution framework and other supports for international students. So, new restrictions? Yeah, they're like the unexpected guests crashing our party. But hey, every cloud has a silver lining, right? They're also like that friend who brings in the best snacks. Canada, where maple syrup flows, diversity thrives, and sorry, apologies are a national sport. Despite the hurdles, we hear you that Canada is your go-to study destination. And here's hoping these policy tweaks make studying in Canada as awesome as promised, right? Okay, the objective is to give international students the true Canadian experience, complete with poutine and hockey. Seriously, for 2024, the cap is expected to be approximately 360,000 approved study permits, which is a decrease of 35% from 2023. And the good news is, there are 3 major exemptions from this cap. 1. Study permit renewals or extensions will not be impacted. 2. Masters, doctoral degrees and elementary and secondary education are not included in the cap. And 3. Current study permit holders and those who have already applied before 22nd Jan this year will not be affected. Wow, doesn't seem so bad after all, right? But obviously, what a flurry of messages and questions we got from students and parents, like the whole world turned turtle. But I will try to address your questions in today's round of Ed Talks by Canam. As I kept hinting in the last round of Ed Talks, big changes have now been announced in Canada's policies for study permits and PGWP for international students. Now, these measures aim to limit the number of study permits and will impact the applications process. Now, these measures are temporary but have started immediately as on January 22nd, 2024 and is now on for the next 2 years. So let's start with the changes to the study permit policy. 1. For 2024, there will be a cap of 360,000 study permit applications that will be approved. Now, this cap will be distributed by province and territory based on the populations. In turn, each province and territory will distribute its quota of study permits among the learning institutions. 2. The process to apply for a study permit has now changed. Effective immediately, students will have to obtain a letter of attestation from the province or territory where they intend to study before their study permit application to Canada's Immigration Department, which is IRC. Provinces and territories are expected to have their study permit allocations and have a service for students to apply for their attestation letters in place by March 31st, 2024. But some provinces may establish this process sooner. So watch this space and be in touch with your Canam counselors to remain updated. Now, how does this impact you? If you applied for a study permit before 22nd January 2024, the IRCC will review the applications under the previous process and these applications will not count towards the new cap. However, if you applied for a study permit after Jan 22nd this year, IRCC will not review the application. Instead, the application will be returned with the refund of your visa fee and you will have to apply again following the new process. So if you intend to apply for a study permit now, which is obviously after Jan 22nd this year, be patient. You will have to wait until the province where you want to study starts issuing the attestation letters and then apply for your study permit. Remember, they don't have a process as of now. Next, now what are the changes to the PGWP policy? 1. Effective September 1st, 2024, international students attending private institutions that partner with public colleges with curriculum licensing arrangements as PPP will no longer be eligible for PGWPs. Now, this is a really big change. So I repeat, no PGWP for students starting their programs from 1st September 2024 at PPPs. 2. Graduates of all masters and other short graduate level programs will soon be eligible to apply for a 3-year work permit under PGWP. Currently, PGWP is based on the duration of the program. 3. Open work permit for spouses of international students will only be available to spouses of students who are studying a master's or a doctoral program and professional programs such as medicine and law. Now, this rule will be implemented by IRCC in the coming weeks. These new changes will certainly result in reduction in the number of study permits in 2024, which was the intentions, and delay in visa application process is pakka. Now, some provinces and territories may see an increase in cap, while other more popular provinces could see huge intake levels cut. Now, as per Higher Ed Strategy Associates report, Newfoundland, Saskatchewan, Quebec and Alberta would be easy as they are likely to have large quotas. New Brunswick and Manitoba could be a pretty close second. Now, the competition in the other provinces may get higher as the caps may reduce. So the need to hurry, choose and apply to a public institution is really urgent. Follow us on our socials to remain updated and be in touch with your Canam counselors for detailed guidance. Thank you and catch up with you at our next round of Ed Talks. Bye-bye.